ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are you doing? My name is Tiberious, and today we are going to take a look at the best budget battle-ready red dot, the Aimpoint PRO. Let's go. So I've done several reviews on optics already, and I realize I haven't done a review on my favorite red dot, the Aimpoint PRO. This is actually always attached to my home defense rifle. I've owned it for probably 4 or 5 years, and I have put thousands and thousands of rounds through a rifle with this red dot attached to it. So I like to think at this point I'm very comfortable, familiar, and I know what this red dot is all about. Let's dive up close and I'll show you why I think it is the best budget battle-ready red dot. So I think the biggest win of this optic is going to be the price, and I know it comes in at the time of this video around $400, but I still think that is the biggest win. If you compare it to most Aimpoint red dots, it is significantly less than most of them, and if you compare it to other optics that have the reputation and the history of being a combat quality or something you could really take to hell and back and that's not going to break on you, there's not much in this price range that fall into that category of being a combat ready type optic. So for those reasons, I think it is a tremendous value. Aimpoint does also include this mount and the spacer in the box as well. So there's your mount, there's your spacer. If you want to sit a little bit lower on your rifle, you can take this spacer out. This mount is done extremely well. This knob is more of a toolless design. I call it a quick detach because it's so quick and easy, but technically it's not quick detach. But the way the knob is built, they ensure that you don't over tighten onto the rail and damage the rail. So the way you install it, you just back the knob off, you install it on the rail, and once it gets to the end, you're going to turn it until you hear 3 clicks. Simple as that. That's going to ensure that it doesn't back off or fall off your rail, and at the same time that you don't damage the rail at all. And I really think that's idiot proof, and I really approve and enjoy idiot proof things. Your rear lens cap is clear. As you can see, we can still see the dot through it, and the front cap is black. Now, even if your front lens cap is closed, assuming you shoot both eyes open like most people, you can easily pick up your rifle and still get hits on target even with the front lens cap closed. Opening that front lens cap, you have a nice, clean, clear, crisp 2 MOA dot. If you choose to use a magnifier, that 2 MOA dot will go to a 6 MOA dot. Both front and rear lenses are recessed inside there, so give them a little extra protection. And as you can see, it's also threaded, so if you want to use a kill flash or whatever, you can do so. This knob in the back is how you adjust the brightness settings, and there's a little mark there so you know what setting you're at. It has 4 night vision settings and 6 daytime settings. Let me close this cap again so you can see it. And when I say it's daylight bright, it is absolutely bright as can be in the sunniest of conditions. That will not be an issue for you. The battery life, it has a fantastic battery life, somewhere around 3 years depending on the brightness setting you're using. And this is in the back, again, the knob that adjusts the brightness, and this knob in the front is your battery compartment. So being it lasts about 3 years, I just always leave the battery on. Again, this is on my home defense rifle, and I change the battery every New Year's Day, even though it's a 3-year battery life. So you notice it does not have any retention on the battery cap door, so try not to lose it. It is O-ring sealed, and that's where you get the waterproofing from. As far as the battery, it is a DL1 or 3N type battery. You can usually get these at your local convenience store, Walmart, and you can definitely get them on Amazon. So while the battery door is does not have any retention, both the windage and the elevation does. So you will not lose your windage and elevation caps. As you see, let me get it for you. There is the retention cap, so you don't lose it. Elevation is on the side. Windage is so that was on the top. This one's on the side. Each click is roughly a 1/3 MOA adjustment per click that you make. So that ends up being about 16 millimeters at 100 meters. I know math is difficult, guys. The body of the red dot is a hard anodized aluminum, and it is held up very, very nicely. This optic has not had a gentle life by any means. In and out of the safe a million times, in and out of the trunk of cars, range bags, thrown on the ground a million times. This thing has been, tempted to been beat up, and there's only very light scratches on the optic. Waterproof down to 150 feet, like I mentioned. Everything is O-ring sealed. The weight with the battery caps, the mount, the spacer, the optic, the battery itself, everything you see here is around 11 inches, and the overall length is going to be around 5 inches. So it's not the smallest and lightest optic, but again, for around $400, something that I would trust my life on, something you can go to battle with, something that's combat ready, I think it is a tremendous value. The only thing I would put in the same category as far as value and being combat ready is going to be the Trijicon MRO. Those are starting to build up a very, very good reputation of being super durable and about the same price range as the Aimpoint Pro. So I have tons and tons of video of me shooting a rifle with this optics attached, and I'll roll a little bit in at the end. I'm not going to go crazy and bore you guys, but like I mentioned in the review, I have shot it on sunny days, 100 degrees, all the way down to 0 and maybe even below 0, snowy days, rain, torrential downpour, mud, trunks, been thrown in and out of trunks, in and out of the ground a million times. This optic has definitely taken a beating over the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, however I've owned it, and it's held up extremely, extremely well. The biggest pro, again, is going to be the value for the money. Optic this durable from a company as good as Aimpoint for $400 is really, really tough to beat. The controls are very, very easy. The glass is very, very clear. It is an excellent red dot for the money. As far as cons, it's another tough one. Maybe the size, it's a little bit big. Again, that's being super nitpicky. I don't think it's huge by any means. It's a little large, but it's not huge. That's probably my only con. I know some people don't like this knob. They think it's ugly. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. I like how simple it is. I don't care how it looks all that much. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my review. Truly, truly appreciate it. If you want to hang around and watch some footage of me shooting, feel free. If not, do me those 2 favors. 1, click the like button. 2, click subscribe. This way you get notified when we come out with new videos. I will see you all next time. Peace.
Reload that gun, reload that gun, let's go!